to deceive the unknowing. I'll put it to you like that. All right, so we're talking about, also it says that through the press, we have gained the power to influence while remaining ourselves in the shade. Through the press, all right, they're using the press to influence us, to tell us how to think, to tell us what we should believe. And a lot of the wombats out there, they're the ones who are following this up. If we can get rid of the people who don't have a mind of their own or the capacity to critically think or to research for themselves, we could take our country back. Because our country has been going for centuries. It didn't just start. This thing has been going on for centuries. Anyone who you have loved and known, they have died slaves. I don't care what color you are. You've died a slave to the United States government, which is a foreign corporation with respect unto a state. You think that you own anything? You think that you're in control of your life? It says that the primary control and custody of infant is with the government. Tillman and Roberts. Marriage is a civil contract to which there are three parties: the husband, the wife, and the state. You think you own your house? You work so hard and think you paid off your house? It says that the ultimate ownership of all property is in the state. Individual so-called ownership is only by virtue of government. Law amounting to mere user, and use must be in accordance with law and subordinate to the necessities of the state. You own no property because you are a slave. All right? We're going to talk about real quick the 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto. All right? It says that the abolition of private property and application of all rents of land to public purposes. Okay? Private property might not be outright abolished, but it's about probably 70% there, okay? A heavy progressive or graduated income tax, we have that. Abolition of all rights of inheritance. Your loved one works hard all their life, they pay taxes, unfortunately, and then they die, and then you're taxed again on it. Confiscation of the property of all immigrants and rebels. All right, you got DEA, IRS, ATF, as well as eminent domain laws and the war on drugs, okay? They all have the power to seize. Centralization of credit in the hands of the state by means of a national bank with state capital and an exclusive monopoly. Bailouts, anyone? Okay? The actual legislation clearly centralized the banks under the complete control of the federal government. Centralization of the means of communication and transportation in the hands of the state. Okay, if you want to start a newspaper or a radio station or any other form of communication, you got to go through the government because they're the ones who are going to dictate to you what should be said. We just read it here. Extension of factories and instruments of production owned by the state, the bringing into cultivation of wastelands and the improvement of the soil, generally in accordance with a common plan. So we have the Departments of Commerce, Labor, Interior, the Environmental Protection Agency, Bureau of Land Management, Bureau of Reclamation, Bureau of Mines, Bureau of National Park Services. All right, they all serve the same purposes. Equitable liability of all labor, establishment of industrial armies, especially for agriculture. If they can control the food, they can control the people. Combination of agriculture with manufacturing industries, gradual abolition of the distinction between town and country by a more equitable distribution of population over the country. It boils down to central planning. You got the Departments of Agriculture, Labor, Interior, and a slew of other people or rather organizations at the federal level that they provide regulations that take care of all of the manufacturing industry.